Now that we understand the principles on which the work of the capital portal is based, the weak points are clearly visible. The first method of circumventing the portal or captive portal is the theft of MAC and IP addresses. It is the method that uses the hack captive portal script. It intercepts IP and MAC from someone who is already connected and authorized in the intercept portal. The principle of operation is very simple. The script finds all the live hosts that are local network and tries their MAC and IP in return. Right after the fitting a check, which is made whether the global network is available. If available, the script stops working and we can enjoy the wonders of the internet. If the external network is not available, simply try this MAC and IP, etc. Very simple but very effective. Mandatory requirement is the local network. There must be someone who has already logged into intercept portal. So in principle, it is possible to write out several MAC IP work pairs and connect even when the hosts are not at home. But such pair can be rotten and they can be valid, for example, only for a day. However, this is a very effective and most versatile method. Second one is bypass captive portal using UDP port. Usually all TCP and UDP ports are blocked on intercepting portal for non-authenticated users. All but one, 53 UDP port with normal networking. This port is required to query DNS server in order to convert hostname to IP. You need to start by checking if DNS queries are spoofing, which usually not. To do this, just run this command on the terminal several times for several hosts. So for example, to get the IP host, just type this. To get the Google host, type this, etc. similar like this. So if the results are different and not, for example, every time like 192.168.88.1 for another local IP address, then DNS requests are free to pass on UDP port which is 53, which is open. Though port 53, you can configure UDP proxy, VPN and other tunnel. Free UDP VPN on port 53 can be found right in Google. True, this method did not work out for me for the intercepting portal, and that was in close proximity to me. Maybe I was not doing something quite right. Perhaps the problem was with a particular VPN service provider, or nevertheless, my intercepting portal was somehow way limited and 53 on 53 UDP port. Who was successful or his own thought on UDP VPN on port 33, you can understand that it's pretty easy and it will be get to learn for all of us. So next is we are going to talk about more is theft of bypass the credential using theft of credential of legitimate user. Since in the captive portal we are with other users on the same local network and the data for authorization on the portal is sent via the HTTP protocol, not HTTPS. So there will be couple of scheme SIEMs to be working, like connect to an open network, run ARP spoofing, start sniffing and analyze the data that obtained. So in practice, due to the peculiarities of building a network of portals, the attack is always not successful. A less invasive means a much more convenient method and purposed by a person with the user 100 username on a forum, you can use that, but we take advantage of the fact that this is an open network traffic is transmitted without encryption. Those who will not connect to the network, but we will use arrow dump ng to listen to the traffic. So First we need to start and we need to stop the network manager and kill processes that can hinder us using this very simple command. So next in the command, if necessary, replace the name of WLAN 0 with the name of your wireless interface, putting the card into monitor mode. So this is set into monitor mode. Then this is means, so this line means it will set your network off, and then if you set the monitor, then it will have then it will get up your network. So run interrupt ng to find out which channel to the access port is interest to us. So just type a single command, then you will get similar like this. As you can see in this picture, there are several open APs at different frequencies. As you can see, several of them, I highlighted that. So I choose the one with the strongest signal since he or she should be easier or closer to me. Now when we show the necessary information, what you have to do is run arrow ng again, and with this following option, like this option to save the captured data into a file, and we set a certain channel so that arrow constantly listen only to it and did not jump to other channels. So now just wait for enough. So after that, just type this into a comment. So what you have to do now is just wait for enough data to accumulate. We need to just have a authenticated user on the network. We need to wait until a authenticated user enters their credential. Depending on the number of network user, it may take several hours or even more. So pay attention to the data field. If it does not change at all, so there is no one to connect it to the access point. So if it changes sluggishly, then someone is connected, but that does not surf on the internet. So to analyze the data, open a capture file. So make sure you run Wireshark on your Linux machine. Then just run the program and open the capture file that you saved. So to speed up the search, use Wireshark filter, a filter that shows only data sent by the post. So what you have to do, just type this into here. So this is the filter, wireless filter, which is built in on Wireshark. So make sure you type those commands in here. So this command, this post method, it will show only the data sent by a post, and this is the filter that shows only the data transmitted to the get method, and this shows all the HTTP traffics, the filter. So make sure you write within in lowercase. So because Wireshark is case sensitive, so make sure you write in all lowercase. And another to option the display of all HTTP traffic, because HTTP traffic mostly on port 80, and this one is for search for request to a specific site. So you can just type any specific site you want to search, and this one search request to a specific site by name. Then with this IP address, you can show all traffic from a specific IP. So make sure you try all of that. And this one is show all traffic that has a specific IP address on a source or destination. To speed up the process, I connected from another device and logged into arbitrary data. So I entered like 11111 as username and 22222 as the password, as you can see in here, username. So this is the intercepted data from Wireshark. So there are various useful information in here, but the main one is this line, this one. So unfortunately, instead of the password there is a hash, as you can see, and not just a hash. In the source code you can see that it is a salt that is added to the password before the conversation. The address of the JavaScript is like portal.md5, which is this one, portal.cloud https. So it has the same function as the hex md5. So apparently this is the password, is first conveyed to a binary string, then its md5 hash is considered, then the binary string is converted to hexadecimal. You can say that I was not lucky. If you manage to intercept the password in a clear view, then everything is fine. If you have a similar situation when the password is hashed, you can still use it, although it requires to extra action to our part, and it is important to the server to get the correct string. And how it is created, and it does not check those, we can just send using a curl containing all the necessary data that server will perfectly accept our hash instead of the password itself, since it also receives the hash from the other user. Moreover, in order not to use curl anytime every time, you can create a simple HTML file with the correct form that will send all the necessary data including the hash. This file can be shown or thrown on the phone and log into and get from other portal. So in any case, it will be necessary to correctly identify all the transmitted fields, including hidden ones, indicate the correct referrer. If necessary, all this problem are solvable. So in conclusion, consider the most common configuration captive portal, hotspot with authorization through a web interface. The node contains the most effective ways to circumvent them. However, there are other variants of intercepting portal that use more data to identify user. For such cases, the method described here today is hacking open a hotspot may not be working. So the hack captive portal script showed itself perfectly in hacking hotspot with a web entry, full automation with a good result.